does Rightmove sell houses in the UK? Does Rightmove sell all the properties in the UK? And if an agent's on with Rightmove, does it really matter what else they do? Or is it just all about Rightmove? So I'm going to just pop that tin off and hand over to you, Neil.
Quite simply, no. No, it doesn't. I think if you look at statistically how many properties Dan and I have sold in the last 2 months alone that we've taken where it was on the market with another agent on Rightmove, they couldn't sell it. We came along, sold it, multiple inquiries through Facebook, open house technique, the full marketing. Yes, don't get me wrong, Rightmove's a brilliant tool and it's out there for a reason. Brilliant tool for buyers, but no, it doesn't just sell houses. It's the way that we operate is very proactive. The marketing, obviously, the way that we stand out with the property, it looks the nuts when it goes online, and that stands out. And really, that can be the description, but it stands out. It's the nuts. But if you look at most traditional high street agents, they've got that technique of put it on Rightmove, see what happens. If it doesn't sell, wait till their 14-day calling off period is done, and then they'll ask you for a reduction. And then they'll see if it goes again. So you go into that cycle of put it on Rightmove, see what the interest is, doesn't sell, reduce again. Whereas if you, list on Rightmove, list on all the portals that you can, but the fact that we're getting people buying houses that have seen our YouTube videos, we're getting people that are buying houses that have seen our Facebook videos, that have seen our sneak peeks or beat the portals on Instagram, kind of shows you we've got a hell of a lot more at our disposal to, one, maximize the price, but two, sell quicker, which is why we always say to people, get it right. Yes, put it on Rightmove, but get it right. Make your house look sexy to the market where everyone's going to want it in that short window of time, and you'll have a multiple choice of buyers. You'll get the best price and you'll sell quickly. So yes, Rightmove can sell houses, but does it sell it to the right buyer at the right price?
Yeah, totally agree. Georgina, the one stat for me that always kind of squashes that argument, or, all agents do the same thing, blah, 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 is the fact that a higher percentage of properties sell on the second agent than they do on the first agent. So if more properties sell when they've changed agent, this is an average. Obviously, it's depending on who you're with, blah, blah, blah. But on an average across the UK, the proportion of properties sell with the second agent at a higher rate than the first agent. So if it was just as simple as slapping it on Rightmove, that statistic wouldn't be in action, would it?
It's about marketing. There's one that I had that was on with an agent for months and months, and the marketing was awful. For a start, it was a 3-bedroom house that had 3 reception rooms downstairs, and they'd randomly called one reception room that was off of the kitchen a 4th bedroom. So it was being advertised as a 4-bedroom house when it clearly wasn't. There wasn't a downstairs bathroom. It just didn't make any sense to call it a 4-bedroom house. And that was the first thing that I noticed. It was horrible, dingy photos. It looked pretty much how I look with how this is. But they were just awful photos. And it was actually a really nice house, but it didn't come across. And they only had about 3 viewings. And there were people that I got through the door with my marketing, with, obviously the video, we all do love that. And people that I got through from viewing other houses because I keep in contact with my buyers all the time. If I know exactly what they want, I know, the next thing to get them into. But there are ones that either hadn't seen it because of ridiculous marketing, trying to say it was an extra bedroom than it was. And the marketing was poor. So people didn't want to go and look at it. So for me, that's the key thing. If you're going to be on Rightmove, the marketing has to be good, and people should do their research before they instruct the agent, is my advice on look at Rightmove, look at how much of their properties have been reduced. So, yeah.
Can I just add to that? You guys might have seen my social media dig out the other day, but a house that we've got on the market, I done viewings on it last week, had about 12 and another few last night at 7:30, might I add. But 3 of the people that viewed the property with me tried to view it through the other agent, never got a call back. So just doing the basics as an estate agent, that's where you start. Call people back.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, Stu, for me, I actually like Rightmove. I think, as as a product for the UK, it's a great sort of tool almost for people to be able to do a bit of market research. And we're going to talk about people that waste people's time on the next part of the chat. But I just think it's a nice way to pre-qualify. I think it's a nice way for people to go and do a little bit of kind of pre-research, if you like. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't take the photos, it doesn't take the floor plan, it doesn't do the write-up, it doesn't do the video. So it's not able to do the bit that gets someone to inquire. It's just the mechanism that shows the good and the bad marketing that the guys are talking about, in particular Georgina there. And then what Neil's talking about is when the inquiry comes in, what happens then? Because no one looks at a property on Rightmove and emails to say, I've seen this property on Rightmove and I'd like to offer the asking price. Here's my mortgage, here's my solicitor. Can we proceed? That doesn't happen, right? So I think it's a good vehicle, but it's not the driver and it's not the fuel, is it?
No, and I think sometimes you could probably lose interest through getting it wrong on Rightmove.
Yeah.
If you don't
100%.
put like all the bells and whistles on it like we do when we market it differently, because that's what we're allowed to do. You know, not this 3-bedroom semi in this character road that was, you know, best winning award in 1992. Like, no one cares about that. They want to know, you know, like what we do with the seller's view, why they bought it, what they've done to it, and where they're off to. And like, Rightmove can't package a story and make it personal. Whereas the way we market it, it is personal for us, for our owners, for the buyers. Like the amount of people I see, they're like, love your video, never look at the photos anymore. I want to know if there's a video on there. And then I'm really disappointed when agents have videos of photos. It's just laziness. But
we get people saying, oh, we've had touts before, touts being a property that's on the market with another agent. They want to come to us and they've actually asked the agent that they're with if they can write their own description as a seller's view.
These little subtle changes that make a huge difference to people, and that's down to the quality agent, and it's how it runs all the way through as well.